It is none other than Bob Beretta, representing Army West Point and Le Moyne College. Legendary Heisman Trophy winner Pete Dawkins best summed up what Bob Beretta demonstrated as a member of the Army Athletics Department when he said, "He is a man of noble integrity, competence, and class." That's the reputation Bob established during his 32 years in Army in overseeing West Point's athletic communications department while also handling a wide variety of administrative duties. A past president of ECAC CIDA, he's a recipient of the Irving T. Marsh Award and the Pete Nevins Award for Distinguished Achievement. As a testament to his leadership skills, Beretta was named athletic director at Le Moyne College in early 2021. CoSIDA is proud to welcome Bob Beretta as a member of the 2020 Hall of Fame class.
Was blessed with a long career in communications at a fantastic place, a special institution surrounded by special people. So many memories, so many opportunities, so many experiences. And I've been asked this before, what my favorite memories in communications have been. And rather than answer it in a specific manner, I like to answer it in more general terms. And it's really the interaction that I was able to experience with the cadet athletes over the years. Even now, as I've been fortunate enough to matriculate through administration and now as an athletic director, those granular relationships that we as SIDs were able to develop, they were so important to me. And quite honestly, one of the big reasons I wanted to return to a civilian campus and have an opportunity to become an athletic director was to try and develop those same relationships that I was able to develop as an SID, where you were dealing with the athletes on a daily basis. You knew them by name, by face. They were excited to see you on a daily basis. And I missed that. I missed that in different levels of administration. And when I look back at my time as an SID, certainly there were great memories, great championships, great relationships with coaches, phenomenal seasons. But overall, it's the relationship with the cadet athletes that I had at West Point. To me, that was the most gratifying part of my experience as an athletics communicator. We were able to impact the lives of so many young people at West Point. When I look back and think about accomplishments and talk about from a personal standpoint, more than anything else, I'm proud of my family. I'm proud of my daughter, who's going to graduate from Sacred Heart, who was raised at West Point for the most part with me, attending athletic events. You know, I'm proud of, I coached travel softball, and this might be the first summer that I don't coach in the last 12 years, but I'm proud of having the opportunity to have an impact on the lives of those young people and really bring a lot of the experiences that I gained from West Point, whether that was interaction with coaches, whether it was interactions with athletes. It was the opportunity to teach them more than things on and off the softball field. It was about life. It was about life experiences, because I was blessed with the opportunity to be in locker rooms with some great coaches, some great administrators, and listen and learn and try to teach things beyond, those athletic competitions. In terms of specific accomplishments, I think more than anything else, I'm really proud of the staff that we were able to put together at West Point. I'm so proud of the relationships that we were able to develop. We put together a group of people on several different occasions, because I had been blessed to oversee that area for almost 30 years, probably longer than 30 years. And we had some turnover, but there were pockets of time when our entire staff stayed together for 6 and 7 years at a time. And I'm so proud of the careers that those folks have been able to enjoy. I'm so proud of the family atmosphere that we were able to develop. I really felt like they were members of my family, and I hope that they feel like I was members of theirs. I've been able to attend weddings and christenings and all types of different things. So the culture that we were able to develop was very important to me. And then the trust factor amongst our cadet athletes to feel like they could come to us and talk to us and be honest with us and really see us as a resource, as an extension of leadership at the academy. Those are the things that really, when I look back at accomplishments in particular, it's not going to be about awards. It's not going to be about championships. It's going to be about the relationships, because I think that's what collegiate athletics is all about. And I've been really fortunate that I've been able to develop phenomenal relationships with staff members, student athletes, administrators, and then external constituents as well. I would tell my younger self to slow down, to take a moment to enjoy the experience, to be where your feet are presently and not always grind and look ahead. I think we get so focused as an industry, as collegiate administrators, but particularly in the athletic communications field, where our responsibilities are endless. Our days are 18 hours a day, and you get focused on going on to the next task. You're very task oriented. You have to be, because the list of responsibilities is endless. One thing I would tell my younger self would be to slow down and enjoy the opportunity, because we get this opportunity, right? We get the chance to work in college athletics. So maybe 20 years ago, when things were hectic and I was checking off my to-do list, I didn't take the time to really enjoy that moment, right? Be present, be where my feet are or were at that moment in time. And I think that's really important for all of us to understand that it's a finite period that we get to work in college athletics, that we get to impact the lives of young people. We're blessed. We're fortunate. I know that so many people would love to have the opportunity that I have or have had in the past to work with college athletes. So I would tell my younger self that maybe today isn't the most important thing. It's the big picture. It's today, it's tomorrow, and it's the years ahead. So don't get bogged down in the moment. Look big picture, enjoy where you are, and realize that it's a special moment in your life, that it's finite and it could end at any point in time. So it's really what I tell our athletes that I'm coaching on the travel softball side, and when I served as the head coach at West Point, was we have to treat and cherish every opportunity we have together, because we never know when it might be our last. And I think the past year with the pandemic really proved that. So yeah, the advice to my younger self: slow down, enjoy the moment, and realize how blessed you are to have this opportunity. I think every opportunity presents a different set of challenges. And I look back at my time in athletic communications as really what's provided a foundation for me to be able to ascend to different positions within an athletic department. But it all comes down, again, to me, the foundation was all built in communications. I wanted to be a writer since I was 8 years old or 6 years old, when I used to write stories of a World Series games on television. That's what I wanted to do. And I played college baseball at St. Bonaventure and had the opportunity to work in the sports information office, and realized there could be a career if I wanted to try to pursue that. And I was fortunate to land an internship at West Point. That internship lasted 34 years and took on some different roles. But I really owe every opportunity that I've had, whether it be first as an assistant AD and then as an associate, executive assistant, senior exec. I've had many different titles, and now really blessed to be the director of athletics here at Le Moyne College. But I don't think any of it would be possible without the skill set that I was able to nurture. And really, for me, it was about trying to perfect it, and I knew I was never going to perfect it. But my writing skills, my speaking skills, trying to build relationships internally and externally, all those things, right? Those are tools that in the communications field, you deal with every single day. And we're not even touching on design skills and graphics and all those things. So to me, it all stemmed from the ability to reinvent myself over time in communications, but really build that solid foundation, that solid skill set that really transferred into every other role. And I don't think if I had a solid foundation that wasn't constructed during my years as an SID, I don't think any of those promotions, if you will, or any of those opportunities to matriculate through administration would have been possible. In communications, sell themselves short on the skill set that they build and how much in demand that they are and would be in the outside world. I know that someone who I think the world of it, and she left West Point in the fall, and she went out on the market and was able to double her salary, work half the hours. So it's a trade-off. We do what now. She won't have the passion for what she does on a daily basis, and that's why we all are in this field, because it's so intoxicating, right? It's so we gravitate towards it because we love the opportunity to interact with student athletes and center around sports. So that's the trade-off. But I do think that the skill set that, in particular, SIDs, associate ADs for communications, whatever the title, the skill set that they're able to construct is so appealing in a portfolio out in the private sector. I've been so fortunate to have a long list of people that I would want to thank to allow me to have the opportunity of making a career in athletics, and just a phenomenal 3 decades in communications at West Point and beyond, and now the athletic director here at Le Moyne. First of all, my family. My mother is just my inspiration, and what she's done for me is incredible. She drives me to strive for excellence every day. My wife Jen, and my daughter Julia, really understanding of not having their husband and father home all the time, missing events, but understanding that it was my passion and allowing me to pursue that. In terms of people at West Point, Carl Ulrich was really someone that for me was the athletic director who hired me. And just a wonderful man, went on to become the executive director of the Patriot League after he retired, and was the AD at St. Augustine's after he retired. But he had been the AD at Army for a number of years, did tremendous things at West Point, credited with turning around the football program there. But he made such an impact on me, not just because he provided me the opportunity, but right now, as I sit here 3 weeks into my first stint as an athletic director, I look back and I'm trying to emulate Carl Ulrich, because the man was incredible. He knew the name of every athlete, all 800 athletes at the time, and it was very personal to him. He made the job personal, and he built those relationships. So he would be the first person that I would love to thank, and he's the one who provided me the opportunity. And I can't think of a finer gentleman in all of college athletics. All of the athletic directors that I had the opportunity to serve under, Al Vanderbush, Rick Greenspan, Kevin Anderson, Boo Corrigan, Mike Buddy, Jim Knowlton served as an intern for a number of months, and Sam Johnson did for a while, and Dan McCarthy there. I've been able to learn from all of them and take some leadership traits from each and try to bring it along my journey. And certainly our superintendents, and I can't name them all over the time that I had at West Point, but several stand out. General Bill Lennox was certainly a role model. General Buster Hagenbeck, our current superintendent at West Point, Lieutenant General Williams, General Caslen, who had such an impact on me during his time at West Point, and of course, General Dan Chrisman, who was just an inspiration and a role model for so many young people. Those are the folks that I really would like to thank. And then I really would like to thank the people on the CoSIDA boards over the years, and the people on the ECAC side of boards. Now I believe it's ECAC Com. I served on that board for over 20 years, and I have such great respect for those people on that board, in that organization, as I do with CoSIDA, because I was there. I was in the trenches with them all. I know the hours they put in. I know the passion. I know that sometimes it's a very thankless job, but I think it's also a selfless job. I think they are unbelievable selfless servants, and they're the people that I would want to bring in a foxhole with me, because they're grinders, and I really kind of have prided myself on being a grinder over the years, and I know what it takes to work hard and long hours, and those are long, hard hours. And then the final person I really would want to thank, all my staff, all the people I had the opportunity to work with at West Point, all the assistants at SIDs over the years, and there's so many of them. I really don't want to mention any by name except for one, because I would forget someone. But the one person I would want to thank is Maddie Salvani, who's been there almost 60 years. She's an inspiration. She is, and she's about what West Point is all about. She's about what selfless service is all about. She took me under my wing, or under her wing, I should say, as she did with so many young people at the academy, and she still does. She retired 5 years ago, and she works longer and harder now than she ever did before. So I know the list is long, but and I'm sure I left out so many names, but those are just a few of the people that have been so integral in my success over the years. I would add this. I have great respect for the members of the sports information industry, the athletic communications industry. It's all one. I will always hold that great respect because I understand the long hours that they work, the selfless attitudes. I mean, there's no more selfless act than promoting others. And that's what we as athletic communicators do. And we do it with great passion. We do it because we love seeing others gain the notoriety and the attention they deserve. And we do it sometimes without the respect that we might properly deserve within the department. But I will say that I have the greatest respect for the members of this industry because I think they are some of the most talented people in all of college athletics.
Bob Beretta, representing Army West Point and Le Moyne College.